I love the subject, education for sustainable development. Now, education for sustainable development is education that enables us adults to meet our needs today without compromising the ability of the future generation to meet their own needs. In essence, everybody that is living needs to have a glimpse of matters to do with education for sustainable development. Now, it's important to talk about what we are doing at the Global Alliance for Sustainability in Education. And to introduce who we are actually more of a movement. We are a global movement, kind of, that has brought together people of like minds, people who are interested in saving the world, people who are interested in making a difference in the lives of others, in the planet, and on themselves. So when we talk about GASE, Global Alliance for Sustainability in Education, there are so many things that we are doing that if you go to our website, you'll be able to see everything. I will encourage you to visit us. Just go to our website and see the different things that we are doing. And today I want to focus on something that we are currently moving, that is the waste audit. Why are we so much concerned about waste? Because we thought that one way of sensitizing people and helping people to get a result out of what they are able to do is to come up with an initiative that will help people to embrace the fact that it is important to take care of waste. Because sometimes what we call waste is actually not waste. Now, when we talk about the waste audit, we are trying to analyze what we have in the environment, what we have in our homes, what we have in our schools that we are calling waste. And so, going back to what I had initiated about 3 years ago, the Pick Up Trash initiative. We've actually advanced the Pick Up Trash initiative to go to the point of now analyzing waste, to sensitize people about what is good waste and what is bad waste, and how we can make use of good waste. Yeah? And in essence, you will come to realize that what we normally call waste is not waste at all. Now, listen to me carefully. When we talk about waste, there are 7 things that we have to consider, the 7 R's of sustainability. The first one is to refuse. Now, refuse creating waste. How do you refuse creating waste? Instead of making things look like they are waste, just use what you need. For instance, if you are serving yourself some meal, just serve enough what you are able to finish from your plate. So refuse waste. If you serve just enough, that means whatever remains on the pot can be used again or can be used by another person. So you have refused to waste. The moment you put a plate full of food and you start eating because you are very hungry and you realize that you're getting to the middle and I'm full, then whatever remains cannot go back to the pot. It will definitely be waste. So the best thing to do is to refuse waste. The second thing is to reduce. Reduce waste. Some of us, I don't know if it is a habit or we don't know exactly what we are doing. We just keep on creating waste everywhere we are. For instance, if you're in an office and you're working on paper, must you print everything? We are in an era where we are promoting technology. Is it possible to have our work on soft copy instead of hard copy? Because most of the time we print these documents, essentially, eventually, they become waste. So instead of printing everything, is it possible to just reduce and print what is necessary, what you need maybe to share with your audience, or what you need to share with someone else in print? Or if you have to share to someone who doesn't have like a laptop or a phone that they can read this from, then you can just print a few copies. If it is a training session, is it a must that you must print copies of the schedule for everyone? No. You can easily project and maybe just print one or two that the facilitator can use in the process of doing whatever they are doing. So let us reduce on waste. The third R, the third principle is to reuse. What is it that you can reuse? Reuse it. If it is paper, for instance, you have reduced and you have some with you, and you realize that if at all I'm done with what I'm doing, then this paper is going to be a waste. Is it possible to reuse that paper? If you had used one side, if you turn it over to the other side, you can make notes on it. You have reused that paper. You can soak these papers in water and soap and make what we call paper mache. Now you can create items out of paper mache. Paper mache actually is like clay. So if you reuse this paper in another form, you have made what we are calling recycling. So if you cannot use it just like it is, then you can recycle. So when you soak it in water and make another form of this paper to form paper mache, that is recycling. So you can reuse, you can recycle, you can refuse, you can reduce. What else can you do with waste? You can repair. Yeah, you can repair. For instance, most of us are fond of, maybe you have your cloth, it is torn just a little, or a button are just dropped off. Instead of repairing and using this cloth again, you go to the stores to buy new clothes. Now, is it possible, instead of just filling our wardrobes with a lot of clothes, we repair what we can use again and use it? If you don't need it, you can repair and give it to somebody who is needy. I mean, that is one way of taking care of others. Repair and give it to someone who is in need. So that is the fifth R. The sixth R is rethink. Instead of using this and throwing it away and calling it waste, can I reuse it? Can I recycle it? Can I repair it and support someone or make use of it in another way? Yeah? How can I stop wasting a lot of food in my house? Rethink. How can I stop wasting a lot of paper in my office? Rethink. It doesn't matter whether you're working in a public office or it is your personal business. We all need to be responsible. We must be responsible. Rethink the environment. If you have a river, you have an ocean next to you or in your surrounding, Rethink. Instead of just throwing garbage everywhere and finally it gets into the rivers, rethink, can I collect it and put it in the right place for disposal? Rethink the way we dispose. Separate waste. If you separate waste, then you'll be able to pick what you can reuse, pick what you can recycle, and pick what you can repair. And that brings me to the final R, that is reconnect. When we come to the point of reconnecting, we are talking about reconnecting with the items that are with us, reconnecting with the resources that we have, reconnecting with the surrounding, reconnecting with others, and reconnecting with the spirit, reconnecting with the creator. When God created the earth and everything in it, he gave it to man to be in charge. So we are like custodians. So let us reconnect with what we have been given to take charge of. If we reconnect, it means we are bringing in our hearts into it. We are developing some relationship with all the resources that we have in our surrounding. And we are now thinking about what can we do to reduce on waste. Now, when we come to the waste audit, we are going around learning institutions, social institutions, churches, name them, trying to see what is it in our surrounding that we are calling waste, and when and how does it become waste. Then we sensitize the people around how to go about managing this waste. And one of the ways is to segregate waste wherever you are. Always think about which bin will this go to? And where will this go to? If it is going to be reused, keep it in a safe place. And if possible, label it for reuse. If it is going to be recycled, keep it in a safe place and label recycle. What are the things that we have in our environment that we can recycle? There's so many. You can recycle plastic. You can recycle food, like waste, the food that we call waste. If we put it in a rubbish pit, we can compost it. We can come up with manure, organic manure that we can use in our gardens. For instance, our kitchen gardens. Our kitchen gardens don't need fertilizer. Our kitchen gardens need organic manure so that we are able to take care of our health. If you look at waste, in essence, it rotates around our lives. So the Global Alliance for Sustainability in Education, from the aspect of encouraging everyone to pick up trash, pick up trash. Don't just see waste. Don't see a paper. Don't see a plastic. Don't see even a leaf next to you and just leave it there. If it is garbage, yeah? If it is trash, pick it up and put it in the right way. If you are in a training session or in a learning session, and you've been given candies, you've been given water, is it possible to take the wrappers and put them in your bag, put them in your pocket, so that you're able to dispose them rightly? So this is the message we are carrying around. As we do the Waste Audit, we are trying to help everyone to understand that waste is with us, habit is with us, and for sure we can do the right thing to take care of it. So thank you very much. I hope you're going to take this seriously, and each one of us is going to start telling everyone in our households to pick up trash. Pick up trash. Don't litter the environment. The environment is so dear to us. Please don't litter it. Let us live in a clean environment. And that way, even our health, from the psychological to the social to the physical, will be healthy. Because that is what it takes. The Waste Audit by the Global Alliance for Sustainability in Education. Are you ready to welcome us to your institution? We can walk this journey with you. Just email us info@gaseglobal.org, info@gaseglobal.org, or you can give me a call, +1 647 891 4784. It is Dr. Christine Owenyi, the CEO of the Global Alliance for Sustainability in Education. Thank you.